Hey everybody, it's time to talk about anime! Nerd! And not just any anime either. We're talking about an anime based on Norse mythology. Or at least, based on Norse mythology in the loosest possible sense of the term. Oh my god, I really picked one this week. Not to be confused with another show on Netflix called Ragnarok, we're talking about Record of Ragnarok. There's a huge difference. That record of really kind of distinguishes the two. I have to confess I haven't seen the other Ragnarok show on Netflix. I may end up catching it one day when I have free time to do so, but for now let's just focus on the anime here. So it's been my understanding over the years, as I've studied Norse mythology off and on, that Ragnarok is basically the old Norse Armageddon. It's like the gods go to war with an ancient being who figured out how to build a fire sword, and he recruits an army of evil monsters, and they all meet on Earth, and they all fight to the death, and basically the fight ends up ending in a stalemate with the entirety of humanity being rendered extinct in the process. I think. In one interpretation I heard humanity goes extinct, and the other one the gods and the monsters basically kill each other and the humans kind of have to rebuild society. It depends, I guess. I'm pretty sure the former is the true one. But actually it turns out both of those are incorrect. It turns out that Ragnarok is actually a tournament between gods and mortals. Yep. Think about that for a second. I can forgive a lot when it comes to anime. I can forgive a lot when it comes to the tournament fighter arc of an anime, even if that's all the anime is. It's just a tournament. I like a good old-fashioned fight, and a lot of tournament anime is not really designed to be Shakespeare. It's usually designed to just showcase martial arts, both realistic, fantastical, and something in between. I've reviewed martial arts tournament anime on here before with Kengan Ashura, and I forget what I had to say about that one, seeing as how it's been 2 years since I reviewed it. I was still doing videos on my cell phone back then, but go through the Hatflix and Chill playlist, you'll find it. So I'm not against the idea of a tournament anime, even if it butchers the shit out of mythology in order to justify its existence. But oh my god, this thing does so many other things wrong in the process. I said off and on this series, I usually try to get into at least 3 episodes of the show. If I can make it through the initial 3, I consider it somewhat of a victory. I made it up to episode 3, and then I watched half of episode 3, and then I tapped out. So I consider this maybe not a victory, maybe not a failure, but definitely something I'm not going to be revisiting in the immediate future. I know I got through saying that martial arts anime doesn't really require Shakespearean storytelling, but this anime, I tell you what, man, when it comes to storytelling, this thing does the absolute bare minimum in terms of, justifying why this tournament exists and why it has to happen. They don't even show the humans getting recruited to the human team. They just show the Valkyries deciding, we need to invoke this tournament, the gods agree, and then we immediately flash to the tournament. I mean, good on you for actually, abridging the story somewhat, but we're kind of in the opposite of Snyderverse, We're in the point where it's like, we're just kind of rushing through this. Or at least that's what I thought until we got to the fight between Thor and Lubu, I think his name was. Lubu. And good God, you want to talk about a fight that drags its feet? I mean, it's one thing to do this in the midpoint of an anime when you're building up suspense and both opponents are stronger than the average riffraff that get eliminated in 10 seconds in the qualifying rounds. But they pad it out by basically telling stories in the middle of the fight, and it always drives me nuts when they do this in a martial arts anime. They tell the story of the origin of Thor's ultimate lightning attack, which he used to kill 66 giants from, I want to say, Jotunheim. They didn't just tell how he came up with the attack. They told the story of how they built walls. They talked about how Asgard military got complacent. They told the story of how 66 giants came out of nowhere, and this whole scene totally, in no way, shape, or form, resembles Attack on Titan, probably. I don't know, it's been years since I saw Attack on Titan, but, you know, giants knocking down a wall is bound to make that comparison in any case, but still, it's like, we have to show every single thing. It's like, I don't care. And it's like, if they're not filling you with flashbacks, they're getting comments from every single section of the peanut gallery, which has always been kind of the thing I find annoying about anime sometimes, is we have to pad this fight out by getting comments from the peanut gallery, and sometimes it's useful. Like, the peanut gallery is clearly observing something that the fighter they're speaking on behalf of doesn't notice right away, and they're giving the audience the clue. But there's a difference between having, like, Piccolo, Krillin, and Gohan kind of musing about how Goku seems to be getting tired, and then having a fight between Thor and Lubu taking so long because we have to get commentary from the Valkyries who recruited him. We have to get commentary from the gods. We have to get commentary from the other humans. We have to get commentary from the other Norse gods. We have to get commentary from the referee. We have to get commentary from Bob from fucking accounting. I don't need to hear all these voices. I don't even know who won the fight between Lubu and Thor, because at the end of the day, I got so annoyed with how long this was taking that I just tapped out. I'm done. This show, I can't recommend this. I am genuinely amazed this thing made it into the top 10 Netflix trending. No accounting for taste, I guess. I don't know if I'm gonna have to be that contrarian who dumps on the show, or if I'm actually in the majority for a change, but either way, I can't recommend this show. You could waste your time on better anime than this. 1 hat out of 4.